They've finally done it. Hollywood has murdered Superman, not with kryptonite, but with wokeness. James Gunn just transformed the ultimate American hero into a sniveling immigrant, apologist, who wants you to look inward at your privilege. Test audience hated it. Every male character portrayed as weak, fragile, and emotionally broken. The Man of Steel doesn't have to save the day anymore. He just asks you how you feel about being saved. This is not creative interpretation. It's cultural assassination. Okay, Superman was created by two Jewish immigrants who loved America, so they built him as the ultimate defender of our values, truth, justice, and the American way. Now Gunn's brother calls critics un-American for rejecting their propaganda. They're not just ruining a movie, they're erasing our mythology. Keep watching. This is going to blow your mind. And while Hollywood rewrites our heroes, the Tuttle twins are creating new ones. Heroes who understand freedom, personal responsibility, and American values. Now, their monthly magazine doesn't just entertain, it educates through comics, activities, and real stories. The kids learn why Superman originally stood for the American way, not globalist guilt. They'll discover how free markets worked, why individual liberty matters, and how to think critically when everyone else follows the crowd. Remember, freedom is never more than one generation from extinction, so don't let Hollywood indoctrinate your children with weak, apologetic role models. Subscribe a loved one for just $56 a year at TuttleTwins.com/next. Raise heroes, not victims. And speaking of heroes, the White House must have got the memo on the new woke Superman. So we get this. 22 hours ago, the White House posted this. The symbol of hope, truth, justice, and the American way, Superman Trump. How cool is that, right? They literally made a Superman poster with Donald Trump. The real Superman, right? Okay, so there's a lot of commentary. People are freaking out over this new Superman. There's a lot to break down here. So we might as well just start at the top. This guy here, Lyle Culpepper. This is Lyle Culpepper's spoiler-free review of Superman. Do you think it was too woke? I mean, this guy looks kind of wokey to me. Let's find out.
Adorable. I just saw the new Superman movie, and there is so much to unpack, so let's get into it. Okay, the suit is not doing it for me. I don't like the collar, I don't like the S, it's just not it. People are also saying the movie is too woke because they made Clark/Superman non-binary in this version, which is a little bit of a departure from the comics. And then there's a whole romantic subplot with Clark and Jimmy on their way to interview Vice President Bernie Sanders, which is like adorable and playful, but also so powerful. Trust me, it just works. We're also seeing Nicholas Holt's interpretation of Lex Luthor as like a bald Ben Shapiro, and they also cast Bibi Netanyahu in a cameo to play Lex's father, Lex Luthor Sr. I will say they did an amazing job honoring the immigrant story, with Clark/Superman playing a young Palestinian refugee who crashes to Earth on a ballistic missile. The action is incredible. I love the final battle at Al-Aqsa and the scene where Superman spins the world backwards so he can turn back time and save George Floyd. Literally brought me to tears. It was incredible. I also thought it was really bold to have Lois Lane played by a trans actor and Perry White, the head of the Daily Planet, played by Bill Cosby. I thought was a great choice. Overall, I loved it, and I loved that they made the Daily Planet just a pop-up encampment on the Barnard University campus. That was so fun. So go see Superman on July 11th. I just saw the new Superman movie, and there's so much to unpack.
Obviously satire, but probably not too far from the truth. Here's Gary Peterson. Says Superman has gone woke and abandoned his small-town values.
Midwestern boy. Superman has sadly gone woke as James Gunn has turned the Man of Steel into a space immigrant instead of a good Midwestern boy from Kentucky. If I was a resident of the beautiful town of Smallville, I'd boycott the movie at all costs. A real Superman would save our country by using his boot to crush the skulls of his enemies and then putting a bullet in their head for safe measure. Instead, he's too busy fighting the heroic blue-collar billionaire Lex Luthor, even while Lex is trying to bring gas prices down while also battling slander online. If Lex Luthor were really on the Epstein client list, Superman would have released it a long time ago. Plus, dogs can't fly, because if they did, the government would use them for cloud seeding purposes to rain feces on us good, God-fearing red states. Superman has sadly gone woke.
These takes are insane. Okay, here we go. This is Salem News Channel. 72 hours ago, director James Gunn just made Superman woke, calling him an immigrant.
Lessons from Snow White. He claims Superman's an immigrant. These people are so goofy. They're such. His name is James Gunn. I guess he wants the movie to tank. I mean, did they learn any lessons from Snow White when the actress from Snow White was popping off and that movie tanked? Don't you think a movie director's job is to try to help sell tickets? Who's going to go see woke Superman? He's an immigrant, don't you know? He claims Superman's an immigrant.
I mean, I don't want to go see this movie, but I kind of want to see just how bad it is. That's kind of my curiosity. I want to see just how horrible they destroyed him. Okay, here we have, wasn't eager for the movie. Let's see what this guy says. Wasn't eager for the movie, but like the New York City Dem mayoral debate, I'm pretty sure this is going to have the opposite effect these a-holes are aiming for. It makes me want to check out the movie even more. These news anchors are idiots. Fox News, The Five, super woke Superman. Okay, so let's see what they're saying on The Five.
Gee, I mean, with...
Is Superman super woke? James Gunn, the director of the latest reboot movie, said, quote, Superman is the story of America, an immigrant that came from other places and populated the country. But for me, it is mostly a story that says basic human kindness is a value and is something we have.
Okay, wait a minute. Superman is the story of America. An immigrant that came from other places and populated the country. Come on, guys. Did Superman have any kids? Did he populate anything? I don't recall Superman having any offspring. I mean, his super sperm would have destroyed Lois Lane's uterus. It's impossible. Continue.
Lost. Craig, do you think that's what Superman is all about?
Well, for one thing, it's a terrible analogy. I mean, with Superman, they are sending your best. You know, that's not escalator material. James Gunn nearly lost his job, career. He was fired after they unearthed tweets containing pedophile jokes. So he was like banished, canceled. This is his way back. He's creating a moat of woke, enlightened opinion around him. A lot of Me Too suspects do that. James Franco did it. Harvey Weinstein donated a lot to Democrats because he was running around sexually assaulting people. So this is what you do.
He's got a woke shield.
He's got a woke shield.
A woke moat.
Yeah.
Dana?
Well, I think that I'm at no risk of hurting my 22-year streak of not going to the movie theater.
Damn.
22 years?
But that's when I said it the other day on the show, Greg calculated correctly. It had been 22 years.
22 years, yeah.
It's a long time.
What was the last movie you saw?
And Peter remembers the name of it. I don't.
Thank you.
That was a porn.
Jesse.
Guys never
At the
forget.
movie theater?
Oh, that kind of thing? I don't know. I got to look at the script. And he's from Uganda. And there's a love scene with Batman and Robin.
Wow.
For real. A guy I know in Hollywood gave it to me.
Kelly.
Big movie producer.
I think the big tell is the actual actor. His name is David Cornswet, and he said, guess he didn't change it to a better stage name. He found himself unable to say Superman's slogan, quote, truth, fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. He said, truth, justice, and all those good things. He refused to say the American way, and he's playing Superman. I went to the Yankees at Mets game yesterday at Citi Field. Go Yanks. And you should see the people sitting for the national anthem for God Bless America. It's really just, I can't believe that we've come down to that. And I don't know. We don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us. I wonder if it'll be successful.
You know what it says on his cape? MS-13.
Wow.
Is it?
MS-13 on his cape. Every man in this movie is weak. Pierce Morgan. Has James Gunn turned Superman woke? Let's see their take.
Of that situation. Superman's actually a refugee.
Isn't that an immigrant?
They're trying to equate those things together, which I think is ridiculous because of the current politicization of that situation.
James Gunn is not the kind of guy who's going to put an American flag in his front yard during 4th of July. And that's the kind of guy you need to be to create Superman.
I did not like this movie at all. Every man in this movie is weak and he cries.
Chris, there is one silver lining here, which I think you touched on.
Dresses, short skirts, high heels, cleavage. Thank you, James Gunn, for that.
Hollywood's has been trying to remove masculinity for it seems like the last decade. Once again, it needs to be white boy summer to bring people back to the box office.
Yeah, there's their take. Let's see if we have any more. Here's another take. Did James Gunn make Superman woke? Let's talk about it. Ashton Blasey.
Focusing on the fact that Superman is an immigrant. Well, conservatives don't like the new Superman because James Gunn made it woke. James Gunn focusing on the fact that Superman is an immigrant proves the left has won again. I try to avoid political conversation because the last time I did, I ended up saying rats in Venezuela. But I hate to break it to you guys, but Superman is an immigrant. And an illegal one at that. First, I sparked quite the argument on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, and the replies do not disappoint. He's a legal immigrant! No, he is not. In fact, Clark Kent's adoptive parents had to forge his birth certificates. There's an entire Smallville episode on illegal immigration, and Clark Kent actually does bring this up. Here's another tweet to do something with American values and corn for some reason. Superman has always been a character that values Americans of every race, background, immigration status, religion, etc., etc. Just look at this poster from the 1950s. For those who have never actually read the comics or seen any actual Superman media, James Gunn's Superman has always been, well, Superman. And it brings up the question, was this movie actually taken over by the woke mind virus? Or people just want to find a reason to be angry? James Gunn's Superman is and always has been Superman. Don't get me wrong, I had my doubts. With the way that superhero movies has been going, Disney's Marvel, the weird super suit from behind the scenes footage, the casting for Crypto, I still don't understand why it's a cockapoo. This was one of the first superhero movies in a long time that I really enjoyed. You know, besides Deadpool and Wolverine, but you get my point. So maybe stop being angry about everything and just enjoy it, because it's just a movie. And if you have a problem with Superman being an immigrant, then I guess you got a problem with Superman. Well, conservatives don't like the new Superman.
Okay. Here's another take here. Huh. Whoopee? What? Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Here we go. The new Superman wants you to come out seeing this movie and be looking inward. Woke Superman is flying towards a box office disaster.
Reminder to people,
What would you like people to take away after they've seen it?
I mean, it might be too much to ask, but just what you described about looking inward and wondering, is there something more I could be doing? Could I be a little kinder to people? Could I take a little more responsibility for myself, for my family, for my loved ones? Could I be somebody who shows up in a moment of crisis or of uncertainty and say, I'll take care of this situation? Superman obviously has these big superpowers and can take care of quite a lot, but it's amazing what little moments of human beings saying, it's okay, I'll take care of this, we'll do for the world.
Our superpowers just look different.
Yeah.
He chooses to walk among people. He could do anything. He's the most powerful being in the universe. He could do anything, but he chooses to walk among people, and he chooses to do good and be kind. And I think we'd love for people to walk out of the movie feeling entertained. There's tons of action and really fun stuff, but also a little hopeful. We could definitely use that right now.
Oh, wow. I just want Superman to kick the bad guy's ass. All right? If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. This is cultural warfare at its most insidious. Superman wasn't just a comic book character. He was an American aspiration personified. an orphan from another world who chose to defend his adopted nation with every fiber of his being. He didn't apologize for his power. He used it to protect the innocent. He didn't question American values. He embodied them. And now James Gunn wants us to believe Superman is really about immigrant sob stories and male fragility. That strength is toxic. That defending your country is problematic. They're betting you're going to take your kids to see it anyway. That nostalgia will override your principles. Prove them wrong. Every ticket bought validates their propaganda. Every empty seat sends a message. They can rewrite Superman, but they can't rewrite us. So question here, will you boycott the new woke Superman movie, yes or no? You can show your true colors because not all heroes wear capes. You guys can wear some Next News merch at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.